Hello everyone, it's Janine here. Welcome to my channel. I belong to a Facebook group called Shobbling Vintage and Lace, I think it is, and I signed up for an altered egg carton swap, and my swap partner is Egg Carton, who's an absolute wonderful lady, and it's just been so nice. We've been messaging each other, and I got to know a bit about her, and she's one of those angel people, So I do hope that what I've made for you, you will enjoy. So she likes, vintage shabby chic, and she likes the neutral colors that we all like, and she likes vintage green. And you guys know me, I like my themes when I swap. So my theme for the swap is vintage colors with vintage green. So this is my altered egg carton, and let me just go around and show you. So I'm gonna try to remember what I've done here. Okay, so I've used, oopsie, I didn't tie the glue. On the base of the egg carton I have, did I mention I forget to speak English when I do a video? Burlap. I have burlap, as you can see at the bottom as well. So yeah, I closed, covered the whole box with burlap, and then I added some lace around the bottom, and this is a piece of trim I have. I just cut it off because I wanted to give it that rustic look, so I have that green trim going all the way around, and then I also have this piece of pom-pom trim, which I think was from a kit, Miss Garden Grove kit, and I have this tassel trim green, and on the so on the cover I have this doily and this green trim there, and I have this leaf trim which just dangles off, and I had a small piece of this lace, and I think I just had the 4 pieces, so I glued them on the sides, and then I have a array of flowers, and as you can see they're all burlap flowers, and I have an applique over there which is quite hidden, and yeah, I think that's it. And let me show you my bird. I was thinking of Suzanne when I was working on this bird, because not Suzanne, Roseanne, sorry, and because I gifted a bird just like that. So what I've done is I gave him a little crown, or her, doesn't matter, gave him a crown and added some applique on the side to accentuate his wings, and I have a bit of applique piece over there, and bling. Actually, this is not bling, this is earrings. I just pressed them inside, and then in between his feathers I added some pieces of lace, and underneath as well another piece of bling there. So I haven't glued him down. Grace can do that, but for traveling purposes I've left it. I have to wrap it carefully, because when I send the birds to June, angel pews, the birds got damaged. They're very delicate, so I'll have to send that in a special way. So that's the cover, and of course this is the front. I have half a rosette flower at the bottom, and I said the word rosette with remembering. And then here is a dangle green. Looks nice and old. I actually don't know because I received this piece from a friend, and you know, it's very pretty. And then also underneath there I have this, underneath all of that I have this beautiful piece there as well. So so as you can see, what I did was I cut a hole over there. So when the bird sits on the nest like that, the nest is actually inside the egg carton. So let me show the top first. So obviously that's the whole you know, for the top side where the bird sits, and inside I kept it very rustic. I have an applique on top here at the bottom. This two pieces and the one on top, it's actually one applique, this one here, but I cut it up. And I have two roses in the center of the appliques, and I have a, if you can see, there's a it's not burlap, it's like string. I just made that round piece for the window, and I have some trees, whatever you want to call it, and then I have this lace at the back which I just put over the cheesecloth, and here's a piece of just oh okay, you know, I think I meant to have that just dangle there, so I'll have to glue that down a bit more firm. And I've got some bling around these tiny blings, sequin blings around the opening, and yeah, and then of course I have the nest, which is an actual nest. I mean, it's a you know, bought the nest, and I have pearl string going around it, and little pieces of lace dangling off, and then I have all these little bits of foliage. It's pieces of that, you know, which I've scattered and glued down over the box. And so I have 3 eggs inside, which is all beads. And so we're supposed to alter the carton, a 4 egg carton, which I cannot find here, so it's okay to use 6, and we had to alter 3 embellishments. So I made a heart embellishment. Well, on the heart applique I made that one, and I altered a bird cage. Love this bird cage, look at that, how it came out. And it's got a bit of a bead on top there for when she wants to use it in a project. There we go. And put pieces of dangle over there. And then I also made her a dangle that she can use on a project. And I have one more little altered piece over there, sort of very small, and I love doing this one. This one is a bottle shaped embellishment which I received from a friend, so I put a piece of lace on there and a pole, and then I made a tag out of matching paper and put the tag in there. And I also made this, I also got this tiny tag. Where did it fall? Oh gosh, anyway. If I move, oh here we go. There we go, look at that tiny tag. I used to punch, and it's got a little bling at the back. So it goes into the pocket as well. So you're supposed to have, you know, your altered embellishments, in 3 altered embellishments in the pocket. But you guys know me, I always go overboard. And so that's the egg carton. Love the egg, the nest. I love the nest. I love the nest. I love making birds' nests, and birds are my favorite creatures to craft with. And I have a little butterfly in the corner there, which I recently received from a very gracious lady, and thank you for that. I only pinched one out of the packet for this project. So she sits on there, he sits on there. And then I made a it's like a, you know, it is a bag, but you know what, guys, this is actually a pillowcase, as you can see. You see? Yeah. So I put a doily around the pillowcase, I put some dangle at the bottom and a matching flower in the center, and I used the whole doily to make this, to wrap it around this in a pillowcase. And so it's a, you know, she can put things in there. It's a nice decorative piece. And so there's that one. And I have some trim over here. Beautiful flower with the glitter on the edge of the flower. I didn't make that flower. And then this trim here is from Annie's store. It's Garden Grow. Beautiful trim, perfect for this project. And then I also have this trim over here, which is, it's kind of loops like that with a little flower. And I've taken this trim all the way around here. And this is actually the edge of this doily, which I didn't use, so I just use it to create the pockets for the pillow bag, pillow bag. So then I did that for her, and then I made a tag. But before, yeah. So I made her this tag. Look at that beautiful image with a little angel, and you can see. So there's the dress. It's the back. This fabric I received, beautiful fabric I received from May Larson. Thank you, May. And this green trim I bought from Janet. And I think this is also part of a May Larson, of a kit that May put together, and was just an off-cut piece or something I didn't use. And this is a piece of a linen doily. Oh, not linen doily, just a linen piece. And this is from my stash. I cut this out of the fabric because it has these tassel-like dangles on it, so I used that there. It matches the color nicely. I have a little flower there and 2 poles. So I used this trimmer of Miss Garden Grove around the image, and I have little bling pieces in the flowers over there. So I think she looks quite cute, this angel. And then I altered this box for her. This was a I think it was a strawberry crate. It's a different one to the one I always buy. Before I show you the crate, let me just show you what else I did. I made this little hanging in the shape of an egg, doily at the back. So I just used some trim, cotton trim, and I padded the image and added a little bow flower there, and in this trim. I also think this trim was part of a kit from May Larson, which I didn't use. And then, inspired by Annie, Miss Garden Grove, I made this tassel for her. So there's the image of an angel, and let me show you. It's got the same kind of dangles that the birdcage had. There's the tassel. And this is the back of it. It's just a doily and to cover the work. And the tassel base, I've got some trims and stuff going around there. And there's also a nice green trim peeping out, and that little applique over there. So that's the angel image. Thank you, Annie, for the inspiration. I love how this turned out. And oh yes, my eggs. We also had to alter an egg. So these eggs are Daiso eggs, and so I just the fabric, the lace I used inside the egg carton, I stretched it over the egg itself. I didn't do anything. The egg was white, and I joined it so the fabric so that it had this little piece opening over there, and at the back it's plain, and then I put all these pieces of blings on various parts of the lace, and there's the other half of that rosette trim that I used on the front of this box. I used it over there, and I have a matching dangle there as well that matches with the slot over there. And then I just have some ribbon, and this is part of the, when you buy the egg it comes like that, so I didn't cut that off. So that's my one egg. We're only supposed to make one, but this pack had 8 eggs in there and 2 of each color, so what am I going to do with it, you know? So I made that one. Then I made another one, and in this one I used a gold colored lace with this beautiful sequence glitter inside the lace fabric. I pulled it across the egg. I put that piece in the center over there, and I have this trim with bling pieces in there. The back, I just have that piece there, so you know. So there's that one. And then I just did a little bottle of a little rabbit. I actually don't want to show the rest of it. So this is the altered carton. There were strawberries in here, strawberry carton, and it's made out of wood. So I covered the inside with this green checkered fabric, and also on the outside I covered the sides with some netting I have in my stash. And this piece here is, you know, one of those sticky back pieces that you can use to put inside your kitchen cupboards and stuff like that. But it was perfect for this project, and I put it on there. So, you know, even when she has it down in a craft room, it won't dirty the fabric and stuff underneath. So I thought that was rather cute. And then I have this part of a doily, which I've cut up and goes all the way around, and this lace, which I also bought from Janet, so goes all the way around. And these 2 flowers are Daiso flowers. They're actually magnets, but I cut off the magnet and used it as flowers. And then inside I have some 4 flowers just to neaten the corners. So everything that I've shown you goes into the basket. And then I have one more thing I want to show you. And no, that's it. That's all. The rest of the stuff I'm not going to show. She can show it herself. So Grace, I do hope you like what I've made for you. This one is my favorite. I just love this image. It's darling, beautiful girl, and she's holding a rabbit. It's an angel. When I typed in angel on Pinterest, this was one of the images that popped up. So, and you know, it's fabric and it's padded. And again, here's my carton and my very regal looking bird. I'll just show you one more time. Really love how the colors all came together, and it's got that nice vintagey look, you know. And then the inside, of course. So, and you know you know, you when you inside the egg carton, you have those two center pieces. So I sliced it in half with my craft knife, and then I bent the two pieces inside. I bent it towards each other, so it's kind of almost created like a ledge, and then I squeezed the bird's nest in there. So it's quite sturdy. The nest cannot be removed. And that's the, and you know, the egg and stuff won't fall out either. That's just my embellishments. See, it won't fall out. It's all glued down very nicely. And yeah, so that's my egg carton. And Grace, I'll chat to you on Facebook. You should be receiving your swap items soon. And thank you everybody for always commenting so nicely. And yeah, I'll see you soon.